I tried a Netflix famous restaurant in Seoul, South Korea, and this is my verdict. Throughout South Korea, there are many markets dotted around the country. These markets are part of the Korean culture where vendors gather and sell a variety of goods and services. And food is pretty much integral to part of this Korean market culture. Interesting fact, in Seoul alone, there are about 10 flea and street markets that operate either on a daily or weekly basis. And one of the famous attractions include the Gwangjang Market. There are around 5,000 stores in this Gwangjang Market, which range from stores that sell clothes, home goods such as duvets, pillowcases, souvenirs, to food like snacks, Korean banchan, and fresh goods. At the heart of the market, food stalls that sell traditional Korean food are all lined up neatly. It's really interesting that all these food stalls sell almost similar things on the menu. Say, one kind of stall would specialize in noodle-based food such as kalkatsu, which is Korean knife-cut noodle soup, or sujebi, which is a hand-torn noodle soup, or sundae, which is a Korean type of sausage, as well as mandu, like Korean dumplings. And while others would specialize more in seafood stews or in meat, we noticed that there are lots of vendors that specializes in raw beef and octopus, like seasoned raw beef, such as yukwae, and sangnakji, which is raw octopus. That still moves on the plate.
This huge store compared to all the other stores there is. It's a big, long field, which is gone all the way around to the other side before you can get started and sit down. They have a relatively big store compared to all these other small ones where people can just sit on the side.
Now, in the heart of the busy and bustling market, amongst all the food vendors, you will be able to find this stall that is particularly big. That is at least double or triple the sizes of other food vendors around the line. This stall is full of people lining up for food, both locals and tourists. And the lady who owns this store is called Cho Young-sun. Her store name is Gohyang Kalkatsu, number 17. Why this store gets more people? It's because it was featured in a Netflix documentary called Street Food, which follows her story on becoming a food vendor, her struggles and challenges, to now success of her store.
Look at the queue.
Many tourists, like myself, lined up for this place. She offers a limited menu with about 10 to 12 choices, and the most ordered foods are either kalguksu, sujebi, and mandu. So for us, we ordered the kalguksu with mandu and a cold noodle, which my husband was craving during a hot summer day. Here's our verdict.
It will be good for a winter's day. Now eat it slowly.
The kalguksu noodle was al dente with a clear broth and not too salty. The mandu was okay with pretty standard stuffing. The cold noodle was average and the broth lacked depth in flavor. Overall, the food is a bit above average, and honestly, it was not really worth the hype. While it was pretty good food, it wasn't the most amazing one that we have tried during our trip. We found that some local food vendors next to her also offer just as good, if not better quality. Perhaps that has to do with, the volume of customers and the pace that they're serving, while others serve less customers with more attention. And we can actually interact with the store owner a bit more. Also, I suppose it depends on your preferred flavor as well. Some vendors will season it saltier, sweeter, more sour. I personally prefer to be able to interact with the store owner a bit more and get to know their food through conversation. I noticed that the portion is also a bit smaller in this Netflix famous stall than offered by others. But if you are looking for food that is guaranteed to be good, try the trend, get on the trend wagon, and maybe eating a smaller portion, then this store, number 70 Gwangjang Store, is for you.
It's really nice. Sweet, salty, chewy, savory.
Another alternative, if you are looking to be more adventurous, is to try the raw beef dish. Did you know that you can actually eat beef raw? Yup. In Korean culture, the yukhae is very much popular, and it's basically this raw sliced beef mixed with pears, sesame oil, sesame seeds, and other seasonings. That depends on the store's secret recipe. Now there are loads of options around that sells yukhae, and we ended up going into this store where the ajumma, the auntie, was super friendly to us, calling us to go in. I'll share the storefront a little bit later, but I believe it's number 30 in the market. We went into this one because there are a lot of TV shows that talked about it, but actually there's a lot of stores that have been on TV shows, so they will use this to advertise. Anyways, we ordered the yukhae and sangnakji together, which is raw beef topped with live octopus on top. Yes, when it was served to us, the octopus was actually still moving. We were feeling adventurous and we wanted to try these live octopus on top of raw beef. So there's a raw egg on top, and we mix it all up with the raw egg before eating it.
Okay, I'm gonna try this raw beef and live octopus. So dip a little bit of the sesame. It's a lot of texture, and they have pears inside. It's really nice.
It's honestly surprisingly nice and flavorful with the raw beef texture, kind of like tuna tartare, and the crunchiness from the live octopus.
Now it's your turn. How do you find it?
Chewy, the squid.
Chewy?
The sliced pears added into the mixture really offered some refreshing sweetness to it. You can also dip it into a sesame oil plus salt sauce to add more flavor into it. Definitely try if you're feeling adventurous. Overall, Gwangjang Market is a must-visit tourist spot for food. It opens around 9 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. daily, but that really depends on the stall, the shop, but generally it's around this opening time for the restaurants or the food section. Rush hour is going to be lunchtime, 12 to 2 p.m. There's going to be many tourists there, so if you want to avoid the crowd, try to come back in non-peak time. But honestly, right now with more tourists traveling into Seoul, I would say it would be quite hard to avoid the crowd. So that's it on Gwangjang Market. Would you try the dishes I've mentioned? Leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you want more videos like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you on the next one.